How many times? How many times? How many times? I'm tired. I'm worn out. Manchester City are a bunch of crooks. The team is crooked. The ownership is crooked. And there's not going to be any changes going on over there. City is the most corrupt team I've ever seen in the history of Premier League. It's criminal what these owners are doing. It's clear to see they're paying people off. Oh, come on, Mr. Lansky. No. No. No, if you're hardcore United, then you already know what happened today is atrocious. And this happens every time we play them. We were up 2-1 last time, and they came in there and they missed the call. And then the refs apologized when the game is over. Oh, we missed one. It was the call that changed the entire game last year. And you know that. And then they happened to miss the Herrera call. It was a clear penalty. That was the game. They were bad all night. How many times do City flop on the floor? That's all they do. All they do is play for a penalty. They got one fluke goal when they shouldn't even been down there. Silva's overrated, and he's a flop artist too. That whole junior league team they got is artificial. Pete Blast, are you that stupid to think that Manchester United will get outplayed by them? With all the calls they got, they should have had 4 goals. Now, we're 11 points out, basically, and now we got to try to do anything we can to try to get points. Everybody who's 4th and 5th got to fight to try to get in there. It's ridiculous what they doing for City this year. I can't even breathe. I got a sinus headache. This is ridiculous. It's ain't even about the money. It's the fact that they cheating and how they're cheating. That bothers me. Well, I'm glad you understand, G-Trip. This is criminal. No, City's trying to buy another Premier League. Telling you, there's no more. The most corrupt officials in the world are in soccer. FIFA is the biggest criminal organization there is, the Premier League criminal. The Hotspurs, I'll prefer them over City. Anybody will take the Spurs over City. City is garbage. Man, this got my head hurt. And now they talking about firing our coach. Why? We don't need to fire our coach. Mourinho's been doing great. FIFA and the Premier League. Did I say both? Soccer, period, is the most corrupt officials you've ever going to find. I hate Barcelona. Barcelona goes out and try to pay off and bribe to get the best players in the world and steal them from other teams that can't afford to keep them. So they can have a powerhouse just like Brazil used to do. I don't even want to talk about that right now. I'm so mad about this. Because they're disrespecting this team. They don't want this dominance to come back. Nah. You try. Do it the right way. You get the players. Let the players decide who wins and loses the game. I don't want to see y'all come in here and ruin something and crowning bum teams over great teams. I can't take it. There's no way in the world City will ever be better than Manchester United. They don't even have a better personnel. If they had a better personnel and they went ahead and won this game fair and square, I would say, you know what? They the better team. I would give it up to them. But because they flop, because they get all these calls, because it's ridiculously set up, and it's rigged, and we still score goals. Once we tied it up, I already knew. I already knew it was over. Mr. Whiskey, follow my Twitter at Carcino. So every time I go live or every time I send a Twitter, it'll come in. Hit my notification on Twitter. So when you see a tweet by me, you know I've sent something. Of course, it's not the players' fault, but they taught that way. They taught the flop. Over in City, they teach them how to flop on the floor for the referees. Because they don't have the talent to beat Manchester United. Right, because I'm not trusting YouTube to get you the notifications. Yep, so go to my Twitter notifications. It will definitely be there. Make sure you click the thing over there to get notified by me. So therefore, we don't have to go through this no more. So every time I go live, it's going to be on Twitter. So you will know it. And we ain't got to depend on YouTube to do any of this stuff no more. Because they can't do their job or they don't want to do their jobs. And it can't be my phone is the reason why either, because I got my other two accounts. I can go live on them, both of them. And neither one has any problems except for this one. Now, why is that? I gotta get around everything. I'm upset about this right now. This has got my whole mind messed up. Man, I can't think about no World Cup. Did you just hear Manchester United got robbed again? I'm super annoyed. I'm super annoyed. I got a headache right now because of it. My head hurt. The same thing. We got robbed last year. Now we got to wait to April to play them again. And we're going to get robbed probably again by the officials because we refuse. You ain't kidding. Right. That's how he plays. That is exactly the only way Gondola wins the game. Did you hear his interview after the game? He was basically like, hey, we won, man. I feel good. Yeah. An inept coach who's bragging about guys taking dives. He knows that they didn't win this game. They know they got help. I don't want to take an Advil. I'm just going to sit here for a minute and relax and get my nerves together. I might need to take a nap because that wasn't right, man. Of course, we don't need to fire our manager. Anybody talking about we need to fire our managers out their mind. We got the perfect manager. I just can't deal with this cheating, man. It's gotten under my nerve. Got under my skin. It's got in my head. Why do they got to keep cheating Manchester United? They just afraid of that dynasty coming back, boy. They do not want that dynasty back. This is terrible. I can't believe these officials are not brought up on criminal charges. People need to check their bank accounts. There need to be a federal investigation into this. I'm done, man. I can't even do this no more.